Rich-throned, immortal Aphrodite, scheming daughter of Zeus, I pray you, with pain and sickness queen, crush not my heart. But come, if ever in the past you heard my voice from afar and hearkened, and left your father's halls and came with gold, chariot yoked and pretty sparrows brought you swiftly across the dark air, fluttering wings from heaven through the air. Soon they were here, and you, blessed goddess, smiling with your immortal features, asked why I'd called. What was the matter now? What was my heart insanely craving? Who is it this time I must cozen to love you, Sappho? Who's unfair to you? For though she flee, soon she'll be chasing. Though she refuse gifts, she'll be giving. Though she love not, she'll love despite herself. Yes, come once more from sore obsession. Free me, all that my heart desires, fulfilled. Fulfill, help me to victory. Come, goddess, to your holy shrine, where your delightful apple grove awaits, and altars smoke with frankincense. A cool brook sounds through apple boughs, and all's with roses overhung. From shivering leaves a trance-like sleep takes hold. Here is flowery meadow too, where horses graze, and gentle blow the breezes. Here then, love goddess, much in mind, infuse our feast in gracious style, with nectar poured in cups that turn to gold. Love goddess and sea nymphs, please let my brother reach here safe and sound, and all his heart's desires be fulfilled. But let him undo all his past mistakes, gladden his friends, and vex his enemies. May he be ready to respect his sister, and from hurtful plans. Love goddess, may he find you harsh, under Rikia, not boast again, of how his longings brought him back to her. Some think a fleet, a troop of horse or soldiery the finest sight. But I say what one loves. Easy it is to make this plain to anyone. She the most fair of mortals, Helen, having a man of the best, deserted him and sailed to Troy, without a thought for her dear child, or parents led astray by love's power. For though the heart be proud and strong, love quickly bends it to his will. That makes me think of Anactoria. I'll sooner see her lovely walk, and the bright sparkling of her face, than all the horse and arms of Lydia. O Lady Hera, may my prayer bring thy enchanting presence close, that Atreus' royal sons establish here, when they have gone through many trials round Ilios' first, and then at sea. When they came here, they could not journey on before invoking thee and Zeus, of suppliance, and Thyone's son, the lovely. Now grant me thy ancient grace, holy and fair Virgin. Take the soft harp, Abanthus, sing of Gonglia, that yearning aura's on you once again. My dear, it thrilled you, didn't it, seeing that dress of hers? I'm glad. The love goddess herself has chided me for praying for new sweethearts and forgetting the old one, love. When I see you face to face, I think, was even Hermione so fair? Helen herself, perhaps, if so. A mortal may be praised, know this, Your kindness would be my release from all my brooding. Why, we two did all when we were young. Yes, lovely times, we girls, in night-long celebration sing of you, of your flower-bosom bride. So wake and go to join your friends, the lads I reckon we shall see. Less sleep than the melodious nightingale. He looks to me to be in heaven, that man who sits across from you, and listens near you to your soft speaking. Your laughing lovely, that I vow, makes the heart leap in my breast. For watching you a moment, speech fails me. My tongue is paralyzed at once. A light fire runs beneath my skin. My eyes are blinded and my ears drumming. The sweat pours down me, and I shake all over, sallower than grass. I feel as if I'm not far off dying, but no thing is too hard to bear. For God can make the poor man rich, or bring to nothing heaven-high fortune. Who gave me of their craft, and so set me in high regard? O Aphrodite crowned in gold, if only I could have such luck. The stars about the lovely moon withdraw and hide their shining forms, when at her fall she bathes the earth in light, silver, and I yearn, and I desire. A decorated slipper hid her foot, a lovely piece of Lydian work. I cannot change my mind for you, my dears. So the herald Idaeus arrived with a message swift, glory that never fades. Hector comes with his company, bringing from holy Thebes and from Placos' perennial fountain a lovely bride, rich Andromache voyaging over the briny sea. Countless bangles of gold they are bringing, and crimson dyed, robes that float with the breezes and ornaments finely made, drinking vessels of silver past number and ivory. Hector's father sprang eagerly up when he heard the news. Word soon came to the friends of the family through the town. Ilyssus' noble descendants got busy and harnessed mules. To their finely built carriages all of the wives got in, all of the girls with their delicate ankles and on their own, Priam's daughters, while the bachelors harnessed their horses to chariots, to Ilios, lyres' melodious shawms and the clatter of castanets, blended there and the voices of girls in the holy song. Up to heaven the glorious clamour arose. Everywhere in the streets there were bowls full of wine and cups, myrrh and cassia, frankincense, fragrances, all pell-mell. All the women of matronly age shouted, "Allez, alloo," while the man, singing out in the beautiful steep-scale hymn, called on Priam, the god of the excellent bow and lyre, praising Hector the prince and Andromache his princess. Phoebus, golden of hair, whom the daughter of Coeus bore, after union with Zeus, son of Cronos, whose name is great. In Zeus's presence when Artemis swore with the god's great oath, by thy head I will keep myself virgin for evermore, roaming free in the heights of the mountain, the lonely peaks. Nod now, grant me this favour, she said, and the blessed god's father nodded, confirming it. Therefore do gods and men call her virgin and deer shooter, goddess of all the wild. Noble titles, and Eros can never go near to her, while on soft cushions will speak. Love shakes my heart like the wind rushing down on the mountain oaks. You came, and I needed you, and you cooled the fever of longing that racked my heart. Love, why I was in love with you, Attis, a long time back. Just a plain little girl to my eyes, but for the beautiful person is beautiful just in form, but the noble of soul will soon seem to have beauty too. I'm uncertain now what I should do. I'm in two minds. I don't reckon to reach to the sky. Holy spirits of joy, Rosy of arm, daughter of Zeus, come nigh. Eros, coming from heaven, wrapped in a crimson cloak, to a wealthy but unmusical lady. Yes, and when you are dead, there you will lie, for I, unremembered, because of none of Pierre's roses touch you, but unnoticed in Hades too, you will hover among faded, forgotten ghosts. As to musical skill, never, I think again, shall we see a girl born to the light of day. Who's this country colleen casting a spell on you? One who hasn't yet learned how to arrange her shift, well down over her calves, young girls. Deep bosom muses lovely gifts, clear melodious lyre. But as for me, old age has got my whole body. My hair is white that once was dark, my knees will not hold up to dance like the young fawns. But what can I do? To stay untouched by age, that cannot be a lesson, so they say. The goddess Dawn learned, when in her rose arms she bore Tithonus, off to the world's east limit, still old age caught up with him, his immortal bride. My likings for the gracious, thus does not love, define my sunlight and my beautiful. So set beautiful wreaths, Dica, about your tresses. Plait together the dill shoots with your tender fingers, primed with flowers, the blessed spirits of joy most favour. Such occasions they shun people who wear no garlands. Nasidica is shapelier than tender Jurina. Honestly, I wish I were dead. She was covered in tears as she went away, left me saying, "Oh, it's too bad. How unlucky we are, I swear. Sappho, I don't want to be leaving you." This is what I replied to her. Go be happy and think of me. You remember how we looked after you, or if not, then let me remind. All the lovely and beautiful times we had, all the garlands of violets and of roses and that you've put out in my company, all the delicate chains of flowers that encircled your tender neck, and the costly unguent with which you anointed yourself from the royal myrrh on soft coaches, tender, you assuaged your longing. That was never, or a shrine that we were not present at, no grove, no festive dance. I said, Master, by the blessed Lady, I take no joy in walking under heaven, but feel strange desire to die and see the dewy lotus banks of Acheron. She worshipped you, and always in your singing she most delighted. But now among the women of Lydia she shines, as after the sun had set, the rosy-fingered moon will appear, surpassing all the stars, bestowing her light alike upon the waves of the briny sea, and on the fields that sparkle with countless flowers. Everything is bathed in the lovely dew. Roses take their nourishment and soft chervil, and blossoming honey lotus. Often as she moves on her daily round, she'll be eating her tender heart, when she thinks of her love for gentle Attis, and for us to go there, it's not possible. With the wedding song ringing loud between us, for us to match the beauty of goddesses is not easy. Why now, Claire's your grandmother used to say, that when she was young, if they had had crimson ribbons to bind their hair, that was quite an exceptional ornament. But when something has hair like yours, flaming brighter than any torch, then it's very much nicer to have it so, neatly garlanded with some fresh blooming flowers. But as for these broidered headbands, it only just recently that they've brought them from Sardis here to the towns of Ionia. but I haven't the means to buy such a headband for you, my dear. Be content with your own Metellinean of Polynax's line. Samian, the sharp strum across the plectrum welcome strings kindly, and it vibrates harmoniously, while her fair voice through the high notes, O son of Zeus and Leto, come to the ceremony, leave Granaea's woods and thy famed oracle. Again, it's the wild song of Polynax's line I want to expose. Kerchiefs and crimson-dyed aprons that float with a breeze sent from Phakia, precious gifts. Darling mother, I can no longer ply my loom. I am overcome with longing for a slender lad, Hesperus, loveliest of all the stars, bringing back all the glowing dawn sent forth. You bring the sheep, you bring the goat, you bring the girl to a home away from her mother. Like the sweet apple that's gleaming on the topmost bough, right at the very end, that the apple pickers forgot, or rather didn't forget, but were just unable to reach. Like the hyacinth on the hills that the passing shepherds trample under their feet, and the purple bloom on the ground, supreme like the singer from Lesbos performing abroad, I still do cleave to maidenhood. O you beauty, you charmer, will give her, says her father. The doorman's feet are size 90, 5 cowherds went into his sandals, and it took 10 cobblers to make them. High must be the chamber, make it high, ye builders. A bridegroom's coming, Hymenaeum, like the war god himself, the tallest of the tall. Happy groom, the union you prayed for is now fulfilled. You have the girl of your prayers. How handsome you are, with your gentle eyes and your lovely face all radiant with desire. The love goddess has shown you special favour. No other maiden now, dear groom, like her. Maidenhood, my maidenhood, where are you going now? I'll visit you no more, my dear, I'll visit you no more. To what, dear groom, can I best liken you? To a slender slapling I must liken you. Hail to the bride, or hail the honoured groom. Good wishes, bride, good wishes to the groom. Come, noble lyre, take voice and tell me. But I am not the resentful sort, I have a placid heart. No, be our friend, but take a younger woman for your bed. At my age I can't bring myself to live with you. I saw her picking flowers, a girl exceedingly tender. Gold-sandaled dawn has just, sleeping on her tender companion's bosom. Muses, once more come nigh. Leave the gold halls of Zeus. Come now, gracious spirits of joy, and muses with lovely hair. Ye have no thought of me. Oh, your love some other person more than me. Once more I feel the sting of crippling love, that bitter sweet unmanageable midge. Attis, you've come to hate the thought of me. You fly to join Andromeda. I have a pretty child, like flowers of gold her form, my precious Cleis, whom I would not exchange for all of Lydia, all the lovely land. Andromeda is well repaid. Sappho, why do you, Aphrodite, who holds all fortune in her hands? I dreamed I spoke with the Cyprian goddess. Why must the swallow wake me so soon? The nightingale that brings the news of spring with lovely voice. There's something I want to say to you, but I'm too shy. If you wanted something good, your tongue not brewing wicked words, you'd not be shy, you'd speak as you saw fit. Stand facing me, Aedesan, and let the beauty of your eyes shine out. Aphrodite, tender Adonis, is dying, what can we do? You must beat your breasts, O maiden, you must tear your tunics too. There stood a bowl of ambrosia mixed, and Hermes took a jug and served the gods. Then they all poured libations from their goblets, praying blessings on the groom. Leto and Niobe were the best of friends. They say that Leda once did find an egg, well covered in a clump of hyacinth, and chickpeas grew there, golden on the banks. I'll do without the money and the stings. I'm sure that people will remember us. Wealth without class is no safe house guest. In a house of the Muse's servant, it's not right for there to be lament. It would not befit us. The moon was shining full about, the altar they took their stand. To the daughter of Polynax's house, most courteous greeting, she more melodious than a harp, more gold than gold. When anger's spreading through your breast, it's best to keep your yapping tongue in check. Of these things I know, make lovely song, the pleasure of my friends.